I'm Anil Kumar, and in this video we will learn how to find square root of multiples of 5. For your convenience, we have already given you exponents of 5 or multiples of 5. So starting with 5 to the power of 1, which is equal to 5, 5 to the power of 2, that means 5 times 5 is 25. Now 25 times 5, which is 5 cubed, is 125. 5 to the power of 4 will be 25 times 25, 625. 5 to the power of 5 will be 625 times 5, 3125, right? So these are some numbers which are there for your reference, and you need to find square root of 25, for example. So that is an exercise for you. What is the square root of 25? And then what is the square root of 625, right? Also find square root of 5 square and find square root of 5 to the power of 4, right? Once you find your answers, then try to correlate your answers and see what you learn from here. Well, square root of 25 is 5 square. I can write this as 5 times 5, and square root will be 5. In case of 625, we know 625 is 5 to the power of 4. That means I can multiply 5 4 times. This gives me 625, correct? And since we know that square root is result of two common factors, correct? So here 5 times 5, I can take one of them out, and then again 5 times 5, I can take the other one out. So I get 5 square, which is 25. Now if I am given a question like this, square root of 5 square, what should be the answer? Well, 5 square is 25, we know the answer is 5. But whenever we have a square root, it means the exponent is to the power of half the exponents. That means 5 square times half of it, right? So that gives us half of 2 is 1, and that is indeed 5. So we get the same answer, right? So 5 square root is 5 to the power of 1, which is 5. Similarly, what should be square root of 5 to the power of 4? It should be 5 to the power of 4 and half of it, right? Half of 4 is 2. It should be 5 square, which is 25, correct? So that is how we can get answers for all these questions. I hope that helps. Now the question is, will you always get a whole number as your answer? Well, if I have 5 to the power of 5 square root, then I'm not going to get a whole number, right? Because this is not even. If I divide 5 by 2, I get 2.5, right? So I mean, I get 5 to the power of 4 is 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. They have a set of 5 5s. If you group them in twos, you do get two groups of 5s, but not the third one. So the answer should be 5 times 5, but this remains within the square root, right? And therefore the answer is 5 times 5 is 25 square root of 5. So remember, at times you may not get whole number as your answer, especially when the exponent is not an even number. So if the exponent is odd number, you should be expecting answer like this, right? So now you know, if I have square root of 5 to the power of 6, then the answer should be 5 to the power of 3, half of it, right? But if I ask you 5 to the power of 7, then what should be the answer? It is kind of like this, 5 to the power of 6 times 5, right? So 5 to the power of 6 will give you 5 to the power of 3, and we are left with 1 5 within the square root. So that should be your answer, right? So that is how you do square root of multiples of 5. As an exercise, you can do square root of 5 to the power of 9, 5 to the power of 10, and 5 to the power of 11, right? Write these answers in exponent forms. That'd be good. I hope this helps you to understand how to find square root of multiples of 5. You can always extend it to multiples of any number. Thank you and all the best.